This is a practice exercise video solution. For this practice exercise, we're going to begin by going to our data panel and creating a new project. I'm going to title this 21 Foundational Concepts. Once a project is created, we're going to make sure that we pin it to the top of our project list. Then we're going to navigate all the way to the bottom of our data panel. We want to take a look at some of the samples that are inside of the Fusion 360 data panel. We have design samples, and we'll double click on this to open up this project. Inside of here, we have our utility knife, which we've already seen, but there's also a lamp and a bike frame. We're going to choose one of these. In my case, I'm going to select the bike frame. From here, we're going to minimize the data panel and take a look at the design. Once we've inspected the design, note that the design has a lock icon next to the name, meaning that it's read-only. If we want to make any changes to this design, we need to do a Save As. We'll select the File dropdown and we'll use Save As. We want to make sure to navigate to the location of our 21 Foundational Concepts project. We're going to save it into this project by selecting Save. Once the design is saved, now we can make any adjustments to the design as needed. Let's navigate to a front view and note that the design has mechanical joints already in place. We're going to manipulate the suspension and notice that it automatically pops back to its lower position. This is based on the joints that are controlling this design, and it's because they have a rest position defined. This is great because it allows us to modify the position of the suspension, but always return to that sprung position. Let's navigate back to a home view. And let's make sure that we save the design before we make any other changes. From here, it's a great idea to play around with this design, exploring the different components and the joints that are created, and noting that there is a Motion Studies folder that contains a motion study. We're going to right-click on the motion study and select Edit. We're going to drag this up into the upper right-hand corner of the screen so that we can see the bike, and we're going to press play. It plays through the suspension travel, and we can use this loop function to allow us to constantly play through. This shows the suspension going through a full compression and then a partial compression. This is a great option to validate the mechanical motion of a design, allowing us to see the range of motion by simply looping through the playback. We're going to say OK, noting that the motion study is going to stay inside of the browser, and then we'll save this one last time before moving on.